Hey everybody, it's Nick. Welcome to another episode of What the Heck Is He Getting Into Again today? We're going to head to Chicago, check out a Cubs game, go to the Bean, all the good stuff, and might even take the train. But first, a little perspective about how small Waterloo, Indiana really is. Gotta get on the train somewhere. I guess this is it. Not much going on. Oh no, look, the truck.
It's 106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
Indiana, once again, now arriving, South Bend, Indiana. Not all doors open at South Bend. Please see uniform Amtrak employee that assist you in exiting the train once again, South Bend, Indiana, coming up.
So kindly disregard the smearing and smudging on the windows. Trains can be pretty dirty. And as you can see, we were going through some of the more industrial kind of areas. I think this was Whiting or Whited, Indiana. It's one of your larger refineries here in the United States, and the train actually goes right past it. So, I thought it would be cool to kind of look at it and take it in. Most people weren't paying attention, they were buried in their iPhones, but I kind of wanted to see what was around us, kind of get a show on the way up. I found it to be interesting, anyways. Welcome to Chicago.
Building with some gold on top of the area of the skyline. You guys see that? Alright, cool. That is the Carbide Carbon Building. It was designed during the American era of Prohibition when the sale of alcohol was prohibited in the United States. Now, the designers of the Carbide and Carbon Building, they like
Gotta love it in summertime.
not like federal government. So what did they do? When they designed their building to look like a bottle of champagne, if you look at the Carbide and Carbon Building, it's got a much larger, wider face. It narrows into a skinnier stem at the top. It's covered in green terracotta all along the outside, and the very top.
Now, just for a little bit of context here, this is taken down on the Riverwalk. The Riverwalk is kind of a touristy area that runs right along the Chicago River. I believe you're running down between Clark Street and Wacker Drive. Now, this kind of used to be at one time kind of industrial down through here, but they really cleaned it up. There's all kinds of restaurants and walking paths, boat tours, water taxis, and just outside dining areas. Now, on this particular day, it was absolutely beautiful out. I mean, I couldn't have asked for better weather. And you take one of those boat rides, it'll take you out the Chicago River and out into Lake Michigan. And on this particular day, it was quite nice out. It was about 73 degrees, 74 degrees, sunny. The Cubs were in town playing. Everybody just seemed to be in a great mood. It was just a great day to be downtown. Now, this is kind of looking north, up towards downtown. Michigan Avenue is actually crossing the road right there, I believe, and that is where the Magnificent Mile, the all the shopping, all the big time stores. But that is one of the busiest touristy areas right there in downtown Chicago. All kinds of dining. I mean, there were sports bars, outside seating, and a lot of people were just walking. Both sides of the Riverwalk. It was a great place to go. You can just go down there, take a stroll. They have subways take you to and from wherever you want to go in the city, and most of the mass transit areas allow for subway departures and entrances right near Michigan Avenue and right there off of the Riverwalk. So if you're ever in Chicago, just want to go take a walk, go down, get close to the water. It's the place to be. I mean, if you're not at the Cubs game or you're not out on the water on the lake, this is the spot for you. And again, couldn't ask for better weather.
Well, this is definitely Lower Wacker Drive. If my estimations are correct, we should be very close to the Honorable Richard J. Daley Plaza. That's where they got that Picasso. Yep.
I'm not really sure, but it's one of the bridges that goes over, and they raise and lower so that taller boats and ships can go through. But I wasn't really sure what all of the silver material is here, what this is for. It was kind of like a shield over the walkway. I don't know if that shields the people from having stuff from people's tires and car parts kind of falling through. Not really sure. I think that was more or less to shield you, because those roads are just grates, and you probably don't want road debris falling on the people walking underneath the bridge. So that's the only thing I can figure out. If you know what those are for, let me know in the comments. Again, this is just kind of the main walkway here. People are just chilling, hanging out. It's a random Friday at like noon. It's crazy how many people just go down and enjoy the Riverwalk. I mean, even if they work there, they're just kind of hanging out. But then as I'm walking up here, I heard bagpipes, and I thought, well, I got to stop and see what this is about. So So now this is the Apple Store, which is at the base of the Chicago Tribune building, right next to the Wrigley building, and you're still downtown on the river. Now that is quite the retail area. Now the Apple Store is supposedly supposed to look like a computer, like a MacBook. All of the walls are glass, and they actually have trees growing on the inside. It looks out onto the Chicago River. They give presentations, seminars, all kinds of things are going on in there. The lower side is retail, and it's something to see. I mean, if you're into architecture or just, what it takes to make a building look that way, it's worth the stop just to look, even if you're not an Apple person. And it didn't take them long to build it either. It's one of their flagship stores. And we'll head back out onto Michigan Avenue. People from all over the world out there shopping in some of the highest end retail stores there are. Gucci, Chanel, I mean, all the stuff that most people can't even spell, they're right there. People speaking all kinds of different languages, spending lots of money. And when you're spending lots of money, you need lots of police. And so they're out there protecting. And it's just one of those things that comes with the territory,
Illinois Nazis. I hate Illinois Nazis.
Sorry I had to do that. Illinois is a gun grabber state, and I kind of like my guns, so had to put that in.
Baby clothes.
This place has got everything.
So yeah, I made it out here into the neighborhoods. It's not so loud, not so bad. It's still crowded, don't get me wrong, it's still crowded. But there are quieter parts of Chicago. Heading out towards the lakefront, we'll see that in a minute. Just in case you thought you were smart, you're still not getting in there. But I have to come and show it because, I don't think I even knew it was here. So if you want to be an ambulance chasing lawyer, here's where you come. Welcome to Lakeshore Drive. I try to get you closer to the water. That's Navy Pier out there. But as you can see, that ain't gonna happen. This town is busy. That's kind of what Chicago's so big. I mean, it's like the third largest city in the United States.
And then there was Millennium Park. Food trucks, people hanging out, just, having a good time. Any kind of different food you wanted. I mean, you name it, they had it. And it was probably towards the end of the day here. We're looking, about 6:30. The place just never gets slow. Ever. and they were mostly trying to find the bean. Now, the bean, I think, is what they call Cloudgate. It was a art project probably a decade or so ago. It's like a giant chrome kidney-shaped bean structure, but it's highly reflective, and everybody who goes to Chicago has to go get a picture taken with the bean. Unfortunately, I don't know if they were polishing it or building the platform around it, but there would be no bean for the people today. So you could take your picture with it from afar, but that was about it. It was such a great day, and it was picturesque. Couldn't ask for more. And I tried to get the bean, even if I couldn't get right up next to it. I'd call that a win.
It is still pretty cool. So I'm in Millennium Park, and apparently these walls, picture of somebody's face was, I don't know, art. They used to shoot water out of the mouths. Kids would play in it. But I guess we don't do that anymore. Maybe they're broke. Seems like a recurring theme in this town. That's what it looks like. Millennium Park, under construction.
So I just kind of found it interesting that wildlife finds a way to exist even in the biggest city. Birds, squirrels, even rats. Yes, I said rats. Saw one running in a mulch bed. It's just amazing that what goes on in this city all day, every day, and night. So many people coming and going, and there never seems to be a slowing period. Now I was only there during daylight hours, so I don't know what it's like at night. Uh, could be sketchy, could be quite neat to see. I don't know, but Chicago's one of those towns where it's what you make of it. You can read the hype and be afraid of it and stay home. And you can do that, but you got to get out there and just see it. Go during the day, take an Amtrak train, just go up and enjoy yourself. Take the family, fly in, drive in, but take your walking shoes. You're going to enjoy it.
I'm pretty tired. Think I'll go home now.
All right, well, that'll do it from here in Chicago. Didn't make it to the Cubs game. Amtrak can be blamed for that. Did do a little sightseeing, as you probably saw in this video. Probably do more of that in the future, but we're still working to see what kind of ideas you guys give me. You got some stuff in Ohio you want me to do, Indiana, Michigan. Got all summer. Put it in the comments. You can like, you can comment, you can subscribe, but you don't have to. Just let me know that you're watching. That way I find the motivation to keep doing these. It is fun to make them, but it can get a little tedious at times too. So, all right, live from Chicago. Well, actually, it's taped. Me and the dead cat. I think that's what they call these. Are going to sign off. We'll see you on the next one.